Hey guys, hello. This is Mac Utpat, your host for today's episode. Today's podcast, I'm calling it as 5 ways to humanize and ignite your social media brand. Now, branding is such an important element, whether you are trying to propel your personal brand or whether you are trying to advance your company's social media brand. Branding is a very vital aspect, and here are my 5 quick tips to humanize and ultimately ignite your company's brand. Number one, participate. Do not talk about yourself. Remember, there is a reason why social media is called social media. Remember the social aspect within the social media. It is all about sharing your thoughts, exchanges, but also about interacting with people as you are trying to build your brand. So it is equally about listening as much as also talking about your brand and your company. The more you listen, the more you gather insights, the more it will allow you to know your customers in a better way, the more it will allow you to create good bonding, good connection with your target marketplace. You can do that by conducting surveys, doing some social media listening, where you can interact with your customers as they are trying to pose any questions, as they are trying to give you certain feedback. Basically, make sure that you have a robust presence wherever your customers are interacting, shopping and buying, and so on and so forth. Number two, incorporate stories. Stories allow us to create emotional connection. Let's remember that we are living in an information abundance age. I was reading an article in Fast Company online blog where they said that we are getting bombarded with at least 5,000 messages per day. Man, so think about the attention deficit syndrome it is creating. We are always getting distracted with all sorts of messages coming back to us with all sorts of different channels. So let's remember the fact that today customers have abundant choices, abundant options to look for. So stories are a great way to create human touch, add human touch, and create some kind of differentiation with your competition. Number three, show your personality. Your target marketplace, your customers would love to see the real person behind brand, behind all those emails, behind all those messages that are getting posted. So it is absolutely okay to put your guards down a bit. So as you are trying to build your brand, do not be afraid to talk about some of the setbacks that you may be experiencing, some of the trials or triumphs that you are trying to go through. Maybe you are vulnerable to certain things. Do not be afraid to talk about that. I can guarantee you that customers love that. In addition, what also matters is being genuine and being showing your unique personality. So maybe if you have a good sense of humor, if you are passionate about something, or if you have an authority on certain topics, or maybe if you're passionate about certain causes, do not be afraid to talk about that. Customers are wise enough and smart enough to understand that. At the end of the day, you will find that you will end up resonating with certain types of customers, while you may end up repelling certain types of customers, and that is absolutely okay. Number four, have a top-down C-suite mandate. As Peter Drucker famously said, culture eats strategy for breakfast, which basically implies that your company's strategy and roadmap, if they are not in alignment with culture, also known as not invented here syndrome. So if those two elements are not in alignment with each other, your strategies are almost bound to fail. So make sure that both culture and strategy, they feed each other off. If humanization of brand is part of your 2 to 5 year roadmap or maybe short-term roadmap, make sure that your culture supports that. And the only way to do that is by having some kind of top-down mandate where your C-suite executives have bought into this humanization aspect. So your C-suite leaders such as your CMO, your CEO, your CIO should make it part of your company's culture. Even they can become part of this humanization experience by having them share their own experiences, sharing their favorite authors, or maybe they are talking about their own personality, what do they like, what do they don't like, so on and so forth. And number 5, most importantly, promote value. So as you are trying to implement and incorporate these 4 steps that I talked about, make sure that you are delivering consistent value, you are building consistent relationships, and you can do that by providing solutions, by talking about your customers' pain points, frustrations, challenges, and you need to make sure that your content strategy, your content marketing strategy is kind of weaved in as a part of delivering value. So for example, your content strategy can come in the form of delivering certain blogs, or maybe creating some how-to videos, cheat sheets, or tutorials, or maybe creating some kind of infographics or slide share decks. Make sure that whatever content strategy that you are thinking about kind of focuses on delivering value. So basically these are all my 5 steps. So for whatever reason, if you are struggling or if you are not getting off to a good start, feel free to bounce off any ideas with me, or maybe if you are already on a great trajectory in terms of you may be ahead of the game in terms of you are already implementing all these steps, or maybe some other steps that maybe I have not covered today. So I would love to hear what is working, what is not working in your own experience, in your own journey. So signing off for now, this is your host today, Mac Utpad. Remember to subscribe to my blogs on www.makarandutpad.com. Subscribe to my channel. Connect with me on Instagram and Twitter at makarandutpad.com. Signing off for now. Have a great day. Wishing you all the grand success. Awesome. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.